Meghan Markle was a diva from her early days. Before Meghan Markle drove the royal family to distraction, she frustrated co-workers on the Toronto set of Suits. Years before she was the Duchess of Sussex, Markle gained a difficult reputation for holding up filming and photo shoots if everything wasn't perfect or if she wasn't getting enough of the spotlight. Okay, so she's the girl who's always late, holding everything up. Quote, she was always having to be coaxed out of her dressing room during promotional shoots because she didn't think she looked pretty enough, or her outfit wasn't right, or she felt she wasn't getting prominent enough placement in the promotional pictures, a source on set told the Post while sighing. There were always tears, every time. Our source's information jibes with an earlier report from the Daily Mail in which a videographer was warned, quote, people told me, get ready, because she's a lot. They used to call her the princess. When I saw her right away from the moment she arrived, I didn't even know who she was, and she was acting like a diva. It was the attitude, how she talked to people, the rules, the videographer continued. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of rules just put out for her birthday. And we're going to have to definitely cover Meghan's birthday, the 200,000, and I'll just see how it lands. Quote, she came in wearing a baseball cap, hiding her face, and she had her head down, and she just walked back toward the makeup room. It was like she was a big diva coming in, and she doesn't want people to see her, like you would do if you're walking in the street and you don't want the paparazzi to take your picture. The videographer wasn't impressed, telling the Daily Mail, everyone thought she's acting like an A-lister when she's not even a D-lister. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Was Meghan Markle a diva all along, way before she met Harry? Here she is at the Wimbledon. She emptied out the entire section, and this guy, love this guy, he's taking a selfie of himself, and she's of course ignoring him. He looks like he's taking a photo of Meghan, and she calls over her security. But she emptied out the entire section just for herself, and these were all paying customers at Wimbledon at a big event. Here's Kate inviting Meghan to Wimbledon. This is Martina Navratilova. This is Pippa. This section is full. They're just sitting there like anybody else. Here, this is Meghan at a fashion awards right after she said she just wanted to live a quiet life, and she definitely looks like the center of attention to me and lapping it up. Does Hollywood have the impression that Meghan is difficult to work with? Because that's kind of a big deal, because these folks are really tight-lipped. I mean, look at Harvey Weinstein. Nobody said anything about him for 25 years. He was raping every starlet he could get his hands on for 25 years. And then there's Steven Spielberg. You know, you never hear a negative word about any of these people. And it's like land of the beast over there. So, I mean, they're abusing the crap out of everybody. Being tight-lipped and not complaining and being easy to work with and not accusing people of things. These are all the things that Meghan is doing. She is just constantly, she's on a tirade attacking the royal family constantly, and she just won't stop. Okay, the normal behavior is that you write a tell-all book and let the chips fall where they may, and then you leave it at that. You don't keep going and going and going. So I don't even think Meghan is warmed up with the blame game. So does Hollywood have the impression that Meghan is difficult to work with? Because that's going to affect her career options. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I'll throw that one down. Does Hollywood have the impression that Meghan is hard to work with? Look at this outcome. Crazy. Hightower, seen at the highest place, very official. Roses. Officially, they have a good opinion of the actress. Players, the actor, actress card. 11, 23. Officially, they're very supportive, and they have nothing but good things to say about Meghan, and she's very famous, and They're in love with her. Officially, they're in love with her. And this is how the game is played. You never say anything. You never say anything publicly. You just say it behind their back. Okay, and so officially, no one in Hollywood has any issue with Meghan. She's deeply rooted in and they're committed to, she has commitment card here and deeply rooted. She's one of them. They have nothing negative to say about her. They're treating her like she's an A-lister and she's one of them. In the future, however, in the outcome, we have executioner, we have devil, we have broken chalice, and cup overflowing. Too emotional, always talking from emotion. This is a deal breaker. Devil, she'll do anything, and executioner. So in fact, they view her as very malicious, someone who will, walk over broken glass and flaming coals in bare feet to get to you and to hurt you. And King of Spades is very systematic, has a plan, and this is kind of the King of Spades and the Jack of Spades. She is someone who does not forget her enemies and goes after them and after them and after them, and she will do anything to get them. And this is kind of a deal breaker because it's all based on emotions and the victim narrative, the 10 hearts. Let's add this up. 24, 34, 36, no. And 9 spades, no. A hard no. Full stop, hard no. Okay. So this is looking very bad for Meghan getting a big role soon. And I'm going to ask about that more specifically. But this is looking very bad for her career in Hollywood, because people view her as someone who's very malicious and will really try to hurt you. And that's the way she lives. The King of Spades, that's the way she lives. That's how she carries out her life. So with all this diva behavior, is Meghan trying to impress people? Okay, or is she just really insecure? Or is it a little of both? Let's see. Is she trying to impress, or is she really, really insecure? Because really insecure people can act like very, nose in the air kind of person. And that's kind of how she acts. She'll empty out stores. I just want to shop for one item, as some paper clips. She'll empty out the whole store. And her security will stand at all the doors like, she's the ultimate VIP. So is she trying to impress, or is she really, really insecure? Impress. Oh dear. Or really insecure. Okay, is she trying to impress or insecure? Woman, okay, so she wants to be the angel. She wants to have a perfect image. 23, 33, yes. Yes, she is trying to impress people, but it's a disaster. She's trying to have a perfect image. She is trying to impress people. 9 hearts, because this is 33. 23, 33. But it's backfiring. She's trying to impress people, but it's absolutely backfiring. That's exactly what she's trying to do. She wants people to she wants to present a perfect image. Everybody wants her. Everybody's contacting her. The paparazzi are always after her. She can't get a moment's rest because she's so famous and important. Is she very insecure? 3 blackbirds, action, scourge, constant conflict, no. 9 spades, full stop or no. 6, 15, 4 clubs, opportunistically, no. She is just constantly working every opportunity. Okay, no, she's not insecure. She's constantly working every opportunity. So she's not insecure. And in fact, a lot of people believe that narcissists, they believe that they're better than everybody else. Now, I think a lot of that is rooted in tremendous insecurity. This this mask that they're wearing, that they have to believe that they're better than others. But in Meghan's case, perhaps she's not actually insecure, and she is just constantly working every opportunity to be noticed and to be the star. And that's what got her where she is. So I don't see her as legitimately insecure. She is trying to impress people. She's not insecure. Butterfly and strength. Yeah, this is a fame card. Butterfly is very beautiful and very public. Her foundation is fame. It's all about fame. It's all about getting fame. Okay, so she's trying to impress. She never misses an opportunity to, show off and be noticed. And she's constantly after it. Okay, so this is looking very dire for Meghan's career. Okay, this would say to me that Hollywood wouldn't touch her with a barge pole because she's so big of a problem. Is Meghan going to land a big acting role in 2020? Remember, she was sort of asking for, demanding, kind of putting it out there that she only wanted to work with certain directors, and she named some of these directors, and she wanted a breakout role to become a star. Come on, man. Don't we all want that? Will Meghan land a big acting role in 2020? Will she land a big acting role in 2020? As she's wanting. Okay, so will she land a big acting role in 2020? Straight razor cut. 5 clubs is decisions and 2 or more options. This straight razor can also be a decision, or it can be cutting the karmic relationship and going in a different direction. 12, 3 spades. This could say that the marriage between Meghan and Harry is going to dissolve in 2020, that they're going to split up, they're going to go in different directions, and that's going to be her focus. Or, yeah, there's no success in these cards. Is she going to get a big acting role? Definitely not. Something else is happening, and it looks like family relationships. It looks like it's all about family relationships. What's underneath? We have inheritance, which is like the royal family, 4-leaf clover, 14, 4 diamonds. Her foundation, big change in her foundation that she needs to act upon. So this actually looks to me like separation and divorce between Harry and Meghan. Thank goodness. Okay, that's what that looks like. Is Hollywood afraid that Meghan will sue them? Are the Hollywood people afraid of lawsuits from Meghan because she's suing everybody? I mean, she's suing everybody. She even sues fake paparazzi that she pays to take pictures of her and then says, oh, you violated my privacy. So is Hollywood afraid that Meghan will sue them? Because there's so much to sue them for. And you can make any kind of allegation. Hollywood afraid of lawsuits. Okay, Mother Earth, blockages in the situation and the world. Let's see, so 25, 7 hearts, all kinds of problems and obstacles in the situation in front of the whole world. Yeah, they definitely are. They are afraid that Meghan will sue them and create so many problems that they just can't get anything done. What's underneath? We have Fox, Cross, Cornerstone, Scapegoat, and Veil. Her financial foundation is from being cast out, secretly cast out. Cross is the marriage card. Fox, clever marriage. Okay, so marriage for money and foundation. but she's getting, it's all ending. Marriage for money, and yeah, a very clever marriage for money, but it's all, she's out, and it's all ending. 15, 15, 19, 26, 36, plus 2, 38. 10 diamonds, royal family. So yeah, she married for money, but she's getting, it's all ending. She's getting cast out. That's what's underneath. So it's interesting how that's answering. They are afraid of lawsuits from her because she is a constant problem to everyone. But underneath, it's all about her leaving and getting cast out of the royal family. And over here, we have the marriage dissolving. So they're very aware of the situations going on between Meghan and the royals and Harry. And her fame is based on Harry. Okay, it's like Fergie. Fergie was very famous, but her fame was based on Andrew. She wrote a tell-all book. She was famous for a minute, and then she was completely broke, and no one was interested after that. After the tell-all book, and her star just faded so quickly, and she became like nobody and totally broke. That could easily happen to Meghan. Meghan is more famous, I think, quite a bit more famous than Fergie ever was. But a lot of people are predicting that she's just going to fade into obscurity very quickly once the shine of the royal family wears off. So what do we have here? Does Hollywood believe that Meghan is difficult? They're not going to say anything publicly. They're going to be very supportive and loving and nurturing very publicly. They're better than the royals. You're not ever going to, nobody's better than the royals, but you're not ever going to hear a negative word about Meghan from Hollywood. But boy, oh boy, they think she's like the devil. She literally has the devil card, and this is a strategic plan. She is so harsh and calculated, but it's all covered by this emotional stuff, and they're very familiar with that. I mean, the whole social justice movement began in Hollywood. Okay, and all the riots are going on in Portland. It's all on the West Coast. They are experts at, at the emotional talking that results in people dying. Okay, and lawsuits and people dying, and they're experts at this. I mean, they're like the Mexican mafia. I mean, they know how stuff works, and so she's playing with the big dogs now. I mean, I think the royal family is less used to all of these accusations of bigotry and sexism. But Hollywood, they're the authors. They wrote the book on bigotry and sexism. So they can see a problem. When Meghan Markle walks into the room, they're seeing a real problem. Is she doing this to impress you, or is she insecure? Definitely wants to impress. It adds 9 hearts, yes. She's surprisingly not insecure. She just takes every opportunity, and her foundation is all about fame. It's all about fame, and that's all it's about. Will Meghan land a big role? I see her, again, I always see this. I see Meghan separating and divorcing, and this timing is tough with cards, but I think this is in 2020. I think they're going to separate officially in 2020, and it's all about the royal family, big change. In her situation, she's going to have to drop everything and focus on getting a divorce and making sure she gets everything she can get out of it. Is Hollywood afraid of lawsuits from her? You bet. She's the lawsuit queen. That's exactly what they're afraid of. And underneath, again, we have a big, her being cast out of the family and losing her foundation. So they're also concerned. Yeah, this is very interesting. They're concerned about, when she leaves the royal family and they feel, for real, like no Harry anymore. They feel that her situation is really changing and very tentative. And the foundation of who she is and her success is really is really in flux, and they're watching that. They don't want to put a lot of money into someone who's famous for a moment and then suddenly it really turns against her. And that's what I'm seeing. It's not about money here, it's about her foundation as a royal. That's what makes her famous. That's really going to change in the very near future. So that affects the box office. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.